Hey, what's up everybody, it's Chris from Holy Eats, and today, with great sadness, we'll be talking about the last movie in the Chris Pratt series, Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris is known for his funny guy antics, but he's proven he's got range. In this movie, his comic style burst on screen in the form of Peter Quill, or Star-Lord if you please. With the ragtag team of misfits, he rides out for glory in the one and only unselfish act he's ever done. Does saving his civilization count as heroic? Well, technically it depends, but in this case, we'll give it a yes. Heroics and comedy aside, Guardians does manage to mix in something for the believers out there. Here are 3 clues that Guardians of the Galaxy is about God. Star-Lord. Every movie has to have a star. In Guardians, it's none other than Peter Quill. Quill starts out innocent enough, a normal Earth boy, but he grows up into a 70s-loving, womanizing thief called Star-Lord. This guy is basically bad news. I mean, even his friends don't like him. But don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean he's not interested. Quill was born on Earth to a mother who's from Earth, but he later finds out that his old man isn't from the good old Third Rock. Some tests reveal that his dad is something very ancient, and we later discover he's what's called a Celestial. Now that's basically equivalent to what you think of when you hear God. Dare we say it? Could Star-Lord in fact be a nod to Jesus? I mean, his mother kind of symbolizes Mary, and his dad is sort of like God. That 1-2 punch is a strong suggestion that Peter Quill might just be a reference to the Most High God. I am Groot. If trees could talk, all the things I imagine they'd say. Unless, of course, all they ever say is, I am Groot. Seriously, Groot is basically an alien tree who can walk and talk 3 words at a time. Simple though he seems, he's as complex as they come. Inside, he's a genuine lover with the fondness for all things adorable, and on the other branch, he's a voracious fighter who takes no prisoners. I would not want to fight this tree. But on a more whimsical note, Groot is much more than just some talking stick. This lovable character symbolizes God. His one-line routine gets broken one time and one time only. Near the end of the movie, the team is about to crash land into oblivion when Groot steps up and says, "We are Groot." His sacrifice is literally textbook. Jesus said there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friends, which is exactly what Groot did. Now because Jesus actually did this first, this makes Groot somewhat of a symbol for God. The Four. It's funny that such an odd group of weirdies can make up such an elite fighting unit, but in this Marvel flick, that's how they get down. Aside from Groot, we have Rocket, an adorable raccoon-like creature who loves to blow things up whenever he gets the chance. He and Groot are glued together at the hip. Then there's Drax the Destroyer, emphasis on that last part. Drax's title has biblical connotation. As I'm sure you already know, the Destroyer is the devil. While Drax doesn't exhibit any evil tendencies, aside from being unusually violent, I wouldn't be surprised if his name was inspired by the Wicked Menace himself. Next up is Gamora. It's pretty obvious that this green gem has a name synonymous with destruction. Although it's spelled differently, her name is a play on the city that God destroyed in the Old Testament. I think you'll find that it suits her perfectly, because she puts people to bed. Not that way, you dirty yahoos. Last but not least is Star-Lord. Now we already have the 411 on this egotistical talk box, but what we haven't talked about is his leadership. Star-Lord is the leader of the crew, and sometimes that means doing things you don't want to do, like saving millions of people you don't even know. That's right, Peter and his team fight a planet-killing alien called Ronan. Of course, the only way to kill him is with an infinity shot straight to the dome. Wielding this stone would kill any of the unlikely heroes, but together they take out the trash. Could this be symbolism for the 4 angels that will take hold of the evil ones in the last days? I think it's definitely possible, and it will be exciting to see how the rest of their story plays out. Alright guys, that's all I have for this one. Thanks again for tuning in and making this series great. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know what you thought was best. Remember, if you like this video, like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Other than that, we'll be back soon with more Holy Eats, but until next time, keep Christ first.